Okay guys, now let's check out how to control these checkboxes. To do that, I will just create a sample checkbox on which we will check out how to control checkboxes. So this is our sample checkbox 66. I will right click on it and go to format control. Under that, on the cell link, I will click on this and then select a cell on which I want to do format, say this cell, and I will hit enter. You can see that it's an absolute reference, absolute Q, absolute 15. Anyways, that is fine for now. I will click on OK. Now what I will do is I will highlight this cell to make sure that we know which cell is being used with. Oops, highlight yellow, black. Now if I type here true, you can see this checkbox is automatically checked, and if I type false here, you can see this checkbox got unchecked. So what this checkbox returns is actually a boolean binary output, that is true or false, 0 or 1. So true or false, and that is what I have linked this cell with. This cell will always show the output of this box. Now converse is also true. If I check this box, the value over here changes to true. If I uncheck it, the value over here changes to false. So if I make changes over here, the data over here gets affected. If I make changes to here, the data over here will get affected. So what we will do right now is we will make changes over here and the data over here will get affected. So let's check that out. So what I will do is quickly clear this. We will go into data entry. Let's say we will make here a new set of data, set of rows. First is vehicle, then fuel, then engine. So and then I want the set of true false values to be in these cells, like if for car it is true or false, for motorbike it is true or false, for what was the remaining cycle, for cycle it is true or false over here. So this set of 9 cells should deal with the true or false output. So I will highlight it as yellow, and then over here, so what I will do is I will right click on this checkbox and go to format control. Under the format control, I will click on cell link and this button, go to data entry, sorry, and select this cell, hit enter. Okay, and now it's true. What will happen if I set it to false? We will go to expenses and it has been unchecked. Now I will do that for motorbike also. Format control, click on this button, go to data entry and select the cell. Okay, and the same for this cell also. Format control, this button, data entry, and this cell. So if I enter true here and true here, so what had happened in expenses, you can see that these two boxes have been checked. So I will quickly, for now, I will pause this video and link the corresponding petrol, diesel, LPG and this set of engine size checkboxes to these corresponding cells over here, and we'll be right back. Welcome back guys, I am done referencing this set of cells. So what I have set over here is true for all the first option in all the corresponding choices as true, and the rest as false. Quickly check out, let's check out the expenses sheet. and it is matching the data entry on the data entry sheet. So we are done with that. Now moving on, what we want the user to enter over in the cells over here are the answer or data. Like for vehicle, I want the user to enter either car or motorbike or cycle. So I don't want the user to have the liberty to choose any of the vehicles, but should choose any one from the three. To do that, I will use data validation, and it can be used from the data section of the ribbon. Go to under the data tools, there is this data validation. Then we want the user to have not the liberty to enter any value, but enter a list, and the list should have either car, motorbike, or what is it, cycle. Oops, cycle. So now the user can only select any one from this in this cell, and I will quickly highlight this as light blue so that the user knows by just a glance that these are to be filled by him or her. Now we will quickly do the data validation for our fuel. It should again be a list, and source should be petrol, diesel, or LPG. Okay, and now we have set up options, diesel or petrol. And now I will quickly do the data validation for engine. That is again a list, less than 1400, comma 1401 to 2000 cc, comma greater than 2000 cc. Here I missed the unit, so it should be cc, and okay. So here we have a list of options, and the user can select only from that. Now moving on, what we want to do is what the user selects over here should be displayed over here. Say if the user selects car, the corresponding value should be true. So let's do the programming. By programming, I am referring to the special if statement. So here what I will do is equal to if this cell is equal to, say, car, what I want is what I want is Control Z, undo. What I want over here, if this condition is true, I want true. So please notice that I am not inserting or typing true inside double quotation mark. So it is not a string value, but it is a boolean value. So true, I am inserting true, and I don't have to say if the statement is false, comma, print false, because boolean is a binary output. It's either true or false. So if this condition is true, I am asking Excel to show true on the cell. Obviously if it is not true, then it will, by default, it will show the false. So in this case it was true. Check out if I change this to motorbike, it's false, and if to cycle, it's false. So I will do the same programming or use same if statement here. Equal to if this cell is equal to motorbike, and here equal to if this cell is equal to cycle. True. So it is true here because cycle is already selected. Okay, all done here. So by giving the user a list, we have restricted the user to select only one at a time, and the boolean output is always true or false. So let's say I select cycle. Let's check out how is this set of linkage working. So I have set the false, false, true, false, true, false, 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 true, 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 true. I have set this as this. And in expenses, yes, we have that. In data entry, I will try for one more time. Let's say I select car, and it sets the car value as true and rest as false in the row. And in expenses, car is checked, we go diagonally. So here we are how we deal with checkboxes and restrict the user to check just one at a time.